Welcome to the darkness, where every shadow hides a story. I'm the Doctor, and in this world, reality is just the beginning of the terror. Grab a seat, turn off the lights, and let's dive into tonight's tale of fear. Don't say I didn't warn you. The small town of Blackridge had long buried its darkest secret beneath layers of whispers and unease. Everyone knew the story, but no one dared speak of it aloud. In 1987, 8 children vanished without a trace, all within a week. Their faces adorned missing posters for years, but no bodies were ever found. The incident became local law, a chilling reminder of the fragile boundary between normalcy and nightmare. Maya, a journalist for a regional magazine, stumbled upon the story while researching cold cases. Her editor had dismissed it as urban legend, but something about it clung to her. The children's smiling faces, frozen in time, haunted her dreams. She decided to dig deeper, compelled by a gnawing curiosity that soon turned into obsession. The first clue came from an anonymous tip. A yellowed photograph slid under her apartment door. It showed an old, decrepit building with broken windows and ivy crawling up its walls. Scribbled on the back were the words, "They never left." Maya's investigation led her to the outskirts of Blackridge, where the abandoned orphanage stood. Locals refused to talk about it, their eyes clouding with fear at the mere mention of the place. The orphanage had closed its doors in 1987, the same year the children disappeared. Officially, it was condemned due to unsafe conditions, but Maya uncovered whispers of something far darker. Accusations of abuse, malpractice, and unverified rumors of experimentation. As she approached the orphanage at dusk, the air grew heavy, tinged with the metallic scent of rain. The building loomed like a scar on the landscape, its silhouette jagged and wrong. Maya's pulse quickened, but she pushed forward, her flashlight cutting through the encroaching darkness. Inside, the air was thick with decay. Broken furniture lay scattered, and mold crept across the walls like a living thing. But it was the scratches that caught her attention. Hundreds of them, etched into the wooden floorboards, as though made by desperate, tiny hands. Deeper in, she found the playroom. Toys lay abandoned, their cheerful colours faded to grey. A rusted merry-go-round sat eerily still in the centre. Maya's flashlight flickered, casting dancing shadows on the walls. And then she saw it. A row of tiny handprints, smeared in what looked like dried blood, leading to a trapdoor in the corner. Her breath hitched. The whispers had started. They were faint at first, like the rustle of leaves, but grew louder as she neared the trapdoor. "Help us! We're still here!" Maya pried the door open, revealing a ladder descending into darkness. The air below was colder, stinging her lungs. She climbed down, her flashlight trembling in her grip. The basement was worse than anything she could have imagined. Rows of tiny rusted beds lined the walls, each with restraints bolted to the frame. The walls were covered in crude drawings, stick figures with hollow eyes, children running from faceless shapes, and cryptic symbols she couldn't decipher. And in the centre of the room stood a table, stained dark with years of blood. Maya's stomach turned, but she couldn't look away. Beneath the table she found a journal, its pages brittle and yellowed. The journal belonged to Dr. Eleanor Briggs, the orphanage's headmistress. Her handwriting was meticulous, almost obsessive. The entries detailed experiments meant to purify the children, to break their earthly bonds and ascend their spirits. The final entry was chilling. The process is complete. They are no longer bound by flesh. Their souls are free, and they will remain here, waiting until the world is ready for them. Maya's flashlight flickered again, and the whispers grew deafening. She turned, and the room was no longer empty. The children stood in the shadows, their faces gaunt, their eyes void of light. They stared at her, unmoving, their small frames radiating an unnatural cold. One stepped forward, a girl with matted hair and hollow cheeks. She opened her mouth, but the sound that came out was a scream, a piercing, soul-rending wail that filled Maya's head with images of their suffering. Needles, restraints, fire, and endless pain. Maya dropped the flashlight, plunging the room into darkness. But she could still see them, their eyes glowing faintly in the pitch black. "You can't leave," the girl whispered. "You're one of us now." Maya's car was found abandoned near the orphanage 2 days later. Inside were her notes, the photograph, and the journal. She was never seen again. The locals say that if you visit the orphanage at night, you can still hear her voice, mingling with the children's whispers. "We're still here. We're still here." That's all for tonight, but remember, the night is never truly silent. If you enjoyed The Chill, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that will keep you up at night. Until next time.